Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a very special edition of Throwback Episode TWFC Smackdown, paying tribute to a show that man John Cena helped make famous.
I'll get right down to business because I'm feeling good and I'm standing in the ring of the show I helped carry for almost 25 years. Now, I know most people would expect me to be down in the dumps after losing what could very well be my final World Championship match of my career. But there's no shame in losing to one of the best pound-for-pound young athletes in this industry, and Will Ospreay is just that. And I understand everyone is starting to realize that this farewell tour is winding down and coming to an end, and that might make some people sad. But I say, why dwell on the little bit of time we've got left when we could celebrate? I told you all a few weeks ago the new end goal was to have my final match at the very first ever TWFC MegaMania. And while one never truly retires in this business due to the nature of our sport, possible one-off special occasion future bouts aside, at MegaMania my full-time career as a professional wrestler will officially come to an end. But the million-dollar question now becomes, who will my final opponent be? I've had the dream matches with the younger talent. I've revisited some classic rivalries of the past. I've done just about everything I ever wanted to do in this business. And as long as I can say I got to compete at the very first MegaMania, I'll be happy to ride off into the sunset and call it a career. But somebody in that locker room is going to get the honor of facing me in my farewell match. And I've put a lot of thought into who I believe would be the...
Ladies and gentlemen, get somebody out here, damn it! This is ridiculous! The hell did he even come from? Ladies and gentlemen, Gunther has just jumped from the crowd. We haven't seen him in months. Choking the life out of Cena, and the fans here are absolutely stunned. We need more security out here possible. John Cena's not even moving. This is absolutely crazy. We haven't seen the ring. Oh, wait, he's back at him again. Come on. Gunther, who has been away for quite some time, making his presence felt, but you don't do it this way. You don't do that to a legend announcing the end of his career. Come on. Well, ladies and gentlemen, at MegaMania, we have our first ever Mega Money in the Bank Casino Gauntlet. There will be 15 competitors. 2 men will start the match, and every 3 minutes, another enters, and there will be multiple prizes, including 2 Money in the Bank briefcases at stake. We promise that this MegaMania event will be the biggest thing that we've ever done, but not everybody can have a featured match, so this serves as an opportunity for the TWFC locker room.
The fact that I'm the United States champion and I don't have a featured match at MegaMania is ridiculous. The entire Don Callis family's on vacation preparing for this huge event, and here I am with nothing. I demand that you give me something special, Johnny.
Wait, Kyle, just hear me out. I completely understand what you're saying, but there were not even any plans to keep the United States Championship around. I mean, it was kind of a last-minute thing that, well, to be quite honest, the Don Callis family and others fought for. Everybody wants to keep the legacy of the United States Championship intact, but can't blame us for not having any plans already ready for that.
You should be ashamed of how unprofessional this place is in regards to how your future world champion has been treated. Do you not recognize the future when you see it?
How about you really solidify that you're the future and you try to win one of those Money in the Bank briefcases? We already have some other plans, but maybe then I can unify that title with something else that I had in mind like I originally planned in the first place.
That's perfect. I can't wait to tell Don. I'll be a world champion in no time.
Well, we are live on this rare episode of Throwback Smackdown where Roman Reigns is getting ready to address the future of the Bloodline.
Tonight, the future of the Bloodline begins. It's time for the evolution of our family. It's time we take...
Oh my God, Solo! And they're holding Jay back! Oh my gosh, Jacob just said this is my expletive now! Oh my goodness, don't tell me they're gonna do this! Oh my goodness! What have we just witnessed? Well, Well, ladies and gentlemen, after that assault, Jey Uso was visibly upset with Jacob Fatu backstage for taking matters into his own hands without counseling the rest of the family, when Jacob gave Jey the ultimatum to either fall in line under his leadership as the new tribal chief or be exiled from the bloodline completely. There are rumors swirling that vertebrae has been damaged in Roman Reigns' neck. I don't know what's gotten into Jacob Fatu here, but this version of the Samoan Werewolf is absolutely terrifying and not good for TWFC. But let's jump into some other news for right now. With no contact orders in place due to their backstage fight at the MegaMania press conference, FTR and the Young Bucks come face to face. They held their own private meeting in the locker room where FTR says they have beaten every tag team except the founding fathers of AEW. They want the Young Bucks. And after being away from TWFC for a couple of years, it is official. The Young Bucks will challenge FTR for all of the tag team titles in wrestling at MegaMania. Well, our main event of this throwback Smackdown would see the longtime rivalry between Eddie Kingston and CM Punk add another chapter, because the winner of this one-on-one contest would go in to the Money in the Bank style gauntlet match at MegaMania #1. Here we go, as CM Punk would make his way to much fanfare. These two, we thought the rivalry had cooled down. You know, a couple years ago, they were at it almost every other episode. But Eddie Kingston would jump CM Punk from behind. This all picked up at the Revolution Royal Rumble, and they're just right back at it like they never left. Big suplex from Eddie Kingston. Eddie Kingston was in control from the moment he jumped CM Punk from behind. And he was calling for the spinning back fist, but that's when CM Punk would hit a desperation go to sleep. And I saw them coming. Once again. The Bloodline making their presence known. And they were going to absolutely try to kill CM Punk, but Jon Moxley and the Death Riders would come out for some reason, which led to this intense stare down right here. They were absolutely cleaning house, and for some reason, Jacob Fatu decided to back down. We don't see that a lot. He stood his ground there for a minute, but he would eventually retreat. This match ending in a no contest, but we got more questions than answers. Our locker room is just in chaos right now. CM Punk realizing that Moxley and the Death Riders has saved him. I'll tell you what, Jey Uso does not look too happy about this new situation with Jacob Fatu. But nonetheless, after this backstage, CM Punk would thank Moxley for not letting his neck get broke, where Moxley would reply that Jacob's trying to take this place over and nobody's going to take over except Jon Moxley. Plus, he wants to beat CM Punk and everybody else fair and square. And of course, Eddie Kingston and CM Punk are still at it. All of these men will compete in the Money in the Bank gauntlet at MegaMania. But our main event spot of the entire evening would see Darby Allin in the ring.
The fans of TWFC have been demanding for me to become a world champion for a long time now. And for a long time, I blamed everyone else, when the truth is, it's my fault I haven't risen to the occasion yet. This new era has begun, and we're getting ready for the biggest show this industry has ever seen, and yet here I sit, not involved. I don't know how yet, but this year everything is about to change. I'm gonna work harder than I've ever worked in my life, and somehow I'm gonna rise up the ladder around here and become a world champion.
Oh, give me a break. You know, it's guys like you that make this industry look bad, Darby. You'll have to forgive me because I'm simply the messenger here, but I'm speaking on behalf of a man that's done everything there is to do in this industry. Yet somehow the powers that be seem to believe that he's older and not as dominant as he once was, so he's not involved in any creative plans for the biggest show in our history, and that pisses him, and quite frankly, me off. Yet here you are, 110 pounds soaking wet, claiming you're going to become a world champion soon? That's exactly what is wrong with this place. But again, these are just the words of my client, and that's how he feels. Oh, by the way, my client is none other than the Beast, Brock Lesnar.
Did he just say Brock Lesnar?
Well, you can tell your client, Brock Lesnar, that 110 pounds or not, I fear absolutely nothing. And if he's got such a problem with me, he can show up and take it up with me face to face instead of sending his mouthpiece.
Darby Allin not backing down here.
How about you just tell him yourself?
Wait a minute, you've got to be kidding me! Is he here? Is the Beast back? Oh my God! This place just erupted and the Beast is back in TWFC! And it looks like he's coming for Darby Allin. You know what happens when Brock Lesnar gets involved. Oh, this is not good for Darby. Darby never wanted to back down, but you know what happens when Brock Lesnar comes. This can't be good.
I'm a man of my word, so if Heyman's words were really the way you feel, then you should know two things, Brock. I'm not afraid of you, or any man that walks this earth, and regardless of our differences in size. If you've got a problem with me, I've never backed down from a fight, and I'm not gonna start anytime soon.
I tell you what, Darby Allin's not afraid of nothing, but this is crazy. Brock's smiling at him here. Oh, here it goes. We knew it would happen. Brock's got him. But oh, Darby hits him with the microphone and a flipping stunner. Somehow Darby countered the F5 and Paul Heyman can't believe it. The Beast is trying to retreat. Oh no, what the hell's Darby doing here? He's got a chair. And this man's absolutely crazy. He dives through the ropes. He takes out the Beast. I can't believe this. Darby Allin takes down the Beast, and Darby's standing tall. I don't think Brock can even believe it, but you know there's going to be hell to pay. Wow. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I am getting ready to go on vacation this weekend, and after that week of vacation, we will be marching towards our biggest event ever. But this episode gave us some new matches, so let's talk about them. The Mega Money in the Bank Casino Gauntlet. There will be 15 men, but we already know the first 5 entering the match. There will be some major prizes and opportunities on the line during that one. As made official earlier, the Young Bucks are returning to TWFC to challenge FTR, the most decorated tag team in TWFC history, and it's now official. Darby Allin will challenge the Beast Brock Lesnar at MegaMania, and the winner will move on to the Money in the Bank Gauntlet. Ladies and gentlemen, John Cena's final match, possibly the greatest of all time's career, comes to an end against the Ring General Gunther at MegaMania. And then the match is already announced. Shane McMahon will go against Ric Flair in an anything goes match for the right to become president of TWFC. Stone Cold is in Shane's corner, Triple H is in Ric Flair's corner, and then the Intercontinental Champion and the Continental Champion do battle to crown our first TWFC International Champion as Kurt Angle takes on Kazuchika Okada. The TNT Championship is on the line in a dog collar match. Brody Lee versus the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes. I can't wait for that one. The World Heavyweight Championship is on the line in a death match as Mark Briscoe challenges World Champion Maxwell Jacob Friedman. And then our main event of the entire weekend, the Dream Match. Decades in the making, Kenny Omega tries to capture the one title that's eluded him his entire career as he challenges the TWFC Undisputed Champion, Will Ospreay. That is gonna be awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, I will remind you that, yeah, some of these matches have happened in real life, and I want to do them a different way or put my own spin on them. Some of them are completely brand new matches that we're creating here. MegaMania is our attempt at separating ourselves from WrestleMania. We'll still do WrestleManias, but MegaMania is TWFC's biggest event, and we're going to make sure that this first one is the biggest, baddest event we've ever done, full length. I'm going on vacation. I'll say it again. When we get back, we are running full steam ahead into the biggest event we've ever done. That's all for now, ladies and gentlemen. We will catch you on the next video as we inch ever so closer to the biggest event in TWFC history, MegaMania.